Seen any bullying after you came to our school.
This woman is on a mission to beat bullies by empowering children to make better choices. Bullies tried to steal her spirit. Tonight, we'll show you how she grew stronger with the help of her best friend. Gabe Ford has spent much of her life fighting a devastating disease. And as a teenager, bullies sent her into a deep depression. But the woman from Fenton turned the tables on her personal terror, and she escaped a life of seclusion to become a motivational speaker. Action News reporter Anu Prakash has Gabe's inspiring journey.
I really tried to get the point across that bullying is a choice.
A choice by others that changed the course of Gabe Ford's life.
It really began in 8th grade.
She's 31 years old now, but she will never forget the fear she felt every day just going to school.
It lasted till the end of my senior year.
Years of bullying.
The kids targeted me more because of my physical differences.
That began just after she'd been diagnosed with a rare neuromuscular disease.
They could see my walking was different and my talking was more slurred at the time.
Harsh words.
They would mock me right to my face.
Soon turned physical.
Kids purposely would come by and they would shove me into a wall.
The constant torment led Gabe down a road to isolation.
I just kind of more secluded myself from the world.
She would always tell me, "Mom, I'm not mad that I became sick. I'm ashamed of myself." She says, "My biggest fear is running into the kids that made fun of me." So she opted not to go out of the house unless she absolutely had to.
For how long?
This went on for about 4 years.
The disease progressed and put Gabe in a wheelchair, but her life of seclusion took a dramatic turn when her mom allowed her to get a dog, with one condition.
I was the one that was responsible for her care in every way.
The dog, Gabe named Izzy, became her constant companion.
She was the only thing I would let close enough to me.
But then came the news no one could believe. Izzy was also diagnosed with a disease, one that mirrored Gabe's symptoms.
The first thing that went through my mind was, no, you guys can't be serious.
Soon, Gabe was forced to re-enter the world.
I went to the vets and I did the talking with her becoming sick. I had to go out into the public and do many things I wouldn't have done.
When Gabe and Izzy's story was featured on Animal Planet, a teacher heard Gabe talk about the bullying she'd endured and invited her to speak to her students.
And that was almost 9 years ago.
Yes.
She accepted the invitation and became a voice for the bullied.
Good afternoon.
Soon, she was invited to speak to students across the country. Izzy was at her side for every anti-bullying speech until she died 2 years ago. But Gabe never stopped telling her story.
They called me names, mean, hurtful names.
Here she is at Farmington High School, inspiring students to be kind, not cruel.
You've got thousands of them in here. And
it's a message she believes is making a difference.
I haven't seen any bullying after you came to our school.
She says you're a hero and an inspiration to kids across the globe.
Gabrielle, would you come up with your mother?
Gabe recently testified before the Michigan Senate Judiciary Committee.
I believed I was targeted because I was different physically from the others.
Pushing for anti-bullying legislation.
I think that if there was a law or something in place, that I wouldn't have gone through what I went through.
As a child, Gabe dreamed of being a prima ballerina. She still wound up on the stage, but just with a different purpose.
I would not change my disease because of the wonderful things I've gotten to do. I'll probably never truly know, how many people I've really helped. I know that I've done a good thing in my life.
Anu Prakash also tells us Gabe has future plans of working with people who suffer from the same neuromuscular disease, Friedreich's ataxia.
Special woman.
Anu's Bully series is resonating with viewers who are sharing their thoughts online. On our Facebook page, Linda writes, "How can anyone watch other people get bullied and say nothing? That is part of the problem, too. If you're an objective observer, why not tell authorities? Help others rather than make it easy on yourself."
It sickens me that people just watch and talk about it. They are also a part of the problem. We'd like you to share your thoughts on bullying at WXYZ.com and on our Facebook and Twitter sites. Joanne?
Our bullying series continues tonight on Action News at 7. A local attorney who represented both victims and bullies will be live in studio to talk about anti-bullying legislation. Also, there's a big rally at the state capitol tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. People will be fighting in support of anti-bullying laws. Anu Prakash will have a live report on that on Action News at 5. And that's not all. Also at 5 p.m. Thursday, we will have an expert here in the studio to help parents deal with the bullying crisis. If you're a parent concerned about this, please send us any questions that you would like to hear answered. Just go to WXYZ.com and our Facebook site. We'll hope to get some of your questions answered by our expert tomorrow night at 5.